All right, come on up, everybody. We're going to get the Final Lake team here situated. Everybody can fall in from there. From where you were, we're welcoming them here. Try to get out of the way of these pictures. All right, let's give it up one more time for the Final Lake team. This group of officers and Special Olympics athletes has been escorting the Flame of Hope since yesterday morning. The torch on its way to opening ceremonies of Summer Games this Friday in Boston, where we'll have over 1,800 athletes competing for the weekend. So we are super pumped for that. Ready? Cool. All right. I don't know. Still taking pictures? All right. So we are so excited to be here at Tri-County Real today. Like I said, they started yesterday running and escorting this Flame of Hope across the state of Massachusetts. We have started our first ever Summer Games week. We kicked it off Monday night with the induction of our newest class to our Hall of Fame at the JFK Library in Boston. We celebrated the impact of lifelong supporters of the Special Olympics movement here in Massachusetts. And then yesterday, bright and early, we kicked off this final leg. We lit the Flame of Hope. We traveled around to several communities: Salem, Shrewsbury, Marlborough, and Peabody. We're in Quincy twice today, and we are excited to be here in Franklin before we wrap it up in Foxborough, Plainville actually first, and then Foxborough this evening. We have another day tomorrow, and then we end up Friday at Summer Games opening ceremonies in Boston at the Harvard Athletic Complex in the stadium before a weekend of competition. So it's an exciting week, a long week, a lot of running, a lot of uphill running. So we are super excited to be here. So I'm your MC. I am probably not going to talk too much more because that is my only role. And so I would like to welcome, representing Tri-County, Dr. Karen McGuire, the superintendent, to say a few words.
We don't run it, so congratulations on that. We are honored here at Tri-County to welcome the Special Olympics athletes into our community here, and we look forward to cheering you on as you enter your competitions coming up over the next week or weekend. Developing partnerships is very important for us here at Tri-County. In fact, it's essential to the success of our organization. Partnerships provide a platform for collaboration, for sharing resources, and developing new ideas. By forming strong partnerships, such as the one we now have with you, we can take advantage of each other's strengths and each other's weaknesses to create exciting opportunities for all of our students. I'd like to shout out to our whole Metal Fab program. You guys to our whole Tri-County community for being here, showing up today to represent, to cheer on your partners here who are entering their competitions this weekend. You know what competition is like. It's a lot of what we do here as well. Special Olympics Law Enforcement Torch Run, we are very, very happy to have you here, and we look forward to many, many years ahead with this cauldron that we're here to present. So thank you very much.
Dr. McGuire, and thank you. We will wrap up this program with a special cauldron presentation. But I think it is important to understand the impact that both the Flame of Hope and this cauldron will represent for so many thousands of athletes across the state of Massachusetts, and what it signifies at the beginning of every Special Olympics competition at the opening ceremony. So we will get into that a little bit later. All right. Up next, some brief words from our side now. Our President and CEO of Special Olympics Massachusetts, Mary Beth McMahon.
quite the turnout. I think maybe between today, you definitely take the record for the number of people. So thank you all for coming out and showing your support. And for someone who's been on the receiving end of either having to light or carry our old torch and cauldron, thank you very much for this one, because I believe you've made our lives a lot easier, so thank you. As many people have said, we're on our way to Summer Games in Harvard. We are going to have 1,850 participants this weekend at Harvard, starting Friday night with opening ceremonies, and Saturday and Sunday competition in 5 different sports. If anybody wants to come out, we're always looking for volunteers, so please either come by and come see us in action, or sign up and come out and volunteer. We are a year-round program, and we have a ton of programs here. And one of our programs you're going to hear a little bit more from, but if I could shout out Hockomock Y. They're here somewhere. They were up front and all of my as you mentioned, Doctor, the partnerships are so important to us, and Hockomock Y is our huge program partner here in this area. And to be honest, they're always looking for volunteers, so please, Lori's right there. We are always looking for volunteers. You'll hear more from someone she knows really well soon. But we're always looking for volunteers to come out and help at events or coaching. So please, if you're interested in helping Special Olympics, we need your assistance every day in every community. So thank you all. I'm proud to be here. Actually, I'm a Millis person. I don't know if anybody here is from Millis. There we go, some Millis people. So Tri-County's been a long program of ours. My daughter will be playing you in soccer this season. So good luck to Millis. No kidding. Good luck to Tri-County. And have a great, for those of you, I think your seniors are probably gone, but for the incoming juniors, have an amazing senior year, and good luck with all your future decisions. And come out and volunteer with Special Olympics. Thank you all.
All right. Moving along, this week is history in the making. I mentioned in our first ever final leg, this is something that's done at the international level. We have an officer leaving on Sunday from Harwich PD, who is representing the United States and Massachusetts in Berlin to escort the Flame of Hope to World Games, the 2023 Summer Games in Berlin. We do this at the national level at USA Games, and it's the first time we're doing it here locally, here in Massachusetts, escorting it through. So I just want to introduce real quick the two co-directors of our Law Enforcement Torch Run Leadership Council, to give you a little bit more of an overview as to what Torch Run is and why we're doing this. So, two retired chiefs who've been leading the way for Torch Run and our partnership with Special Olympics over the last 15 years, Rick Pierce and Jim DJ Inventoria.
Thank you very much. We are thrilled to be here. Before we talk, I'd like to introduce our team. This team has been working really hard all week long, and they have a full week to go. The officers and the athletes in the blue are our final leg team. The officers in the yellow are local police. So I'm going to hand off the microphone. They're going to tell you their name and what department they're from.
Derek Tatro, work for Franklin PD.
Girls Ireland, one Springfield Police Department.
Mike Cook, retired Shady Police Department. Just real quick, you're welcome. Made the pain of that hill just go right away. So thank you guys.
Danny Williamson, I'm an athlete from the K-Band program, and I'm from Gloucester.
I'm Matt Tom, and I'm a
It's on.
Right again, I'm Matt Cobb, and I'm a multi-sports Olympics athlete for the Ottawa area YMCA.
Okay, thank you. Again, this is our final eight team. Give them another round of applause, please. As Steve said, I'm a retired police chief, retired a couple of years ago, I've been in law enforcement for now my 40th year. Special Olympics has been wonderful. I've been part of this team for about 15, 16 years, myself and Rick, the co-directors. You see up on the sign, it says, Law Enforcement Torch Run. People think it's only about a run. It's not. Law enforcement, every single day around the state of Massachusetts, around the country and around the world, do what they can to raise awareness and funds for Special Olympics. And Rick's going to tell you a little bit about how much we've raised, but we do other activities also. We love you guys to help out. We do tip-a-tops, which we go into a lot of different restaurants and we act as waiters and waitresses and we collect tips, and all the money goes to Special Olympics. We do Pop on Top. We will sit on the top of a Walmart for 24 hours through the night and collect money for Special Olympics. We do polar plunges all over the state. We had our banner year this year in polar plunges. We do truck pulls, we do plane pulls, we do frame pulls. So if you see an advertisement out there, and we're trying to get it on Facebook as much as possible, if you see something, share it. And if you want to come and participate, we'd love your help. And what you can do here also is we have a modular pool which we can bring here to Franklin, and you can have your own polar plunge in the parking lot. So another way to raise funds and awareness for Special Olympics. And I'm going to turn it over to Rick now.
Thank you, Jim, and thank you, Tri-County, for having us here today. The Law Enforcement Torch Run movement, the Law Enforcement Torch Run program began in 1981 in Wichita, Kansas, which at the time, Chief Richard Lemunion saw that there was a need to partner law enforcement and Special Olympics and have law enforcement help raise funds and awareness for the Special Olympic athletes. Since that time, the law enforcement program has become a global movement. We're in all 50 states and 46 countries around the world. And we have, to date, raised over $900 million for Special Olympics. Here in Massachusetts, on a little bit smaller scale, the Law Enforcement Torch Run program has been in existence for about 15 years now. And we have recently, within the last couple of years, raised a little over $735,000 in the year of 2019 for Special Olympics. We continue to raise money, even though the pandemic set us back a little bit. But we continue to raise money, and we're hoping that within the next year or so, we're going to be able to raise $1 million for Special Olympics. As you've already heard, this is our first ever final leg run with our first ever final leg team. I'm extremely proud of these individuals, their dedication to this program and their dedication to the final leg event here is just phenomenal. And we're looking forward to them bringing the flame of hope into the opening ceremonies of Summer Games on Friday night. So thank you again for having us.
Thank you, Rick and Jim. All right, now we are going to hear from two members of our final leg team. First up, Hockomock YMCA athlete, Matt Cobb.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming today. How are we doing today? My name is Matthew Cobb, and like I said before, I am a multi-sport Special Olympics athlete for the Hockomock area YMCA. Who is here, by the way? Which I did not actually expect. Hi, Mom. Anywho, being part of Special Olympics has been life-changing for me. I have made so many friends and I've learned so many life lessons. As an athlete, I am given not only the opportunity to compete in sports, but I'm also given the chance to be an ambassador and talk with people like you about my journey. I've been an athlete for about 17 years. This year, I've had so many new amazing things happen. I got to run the BAA Boston Marathon 5K with my friend Danny, who is back there, by the way. I made the New England Revolution Unified Soccer Team. And I am part of this amazing final leg team, who is also back there. Carrying the flame of hope for the first time in Massachusetts history. It means so much to me to represent all my fellow athletes. Special Olympics gives us a safe space where we can be ourselves and be celebrated for our abilities. Being an athlete has taught me to be strong not only physically, but also mentally. It's given me the chance to make new friends and to be a better person. I like to think I live by the athlete's oath. Let me win, but if I cannot win, let me be brave in the attempt. Thank you for supporting Special Olympics Massachusetts, LETR, and athletes like me. We appreciate all of you.
Great job, Matt. All right, now, also from the Final Leg team, co-team leader of this group, Christine Crossman.
It's hard to follow Matt, so thanks, Matt, for setting the stage for me, I guess. Hello, everyone, and thank you for being here today. My name is Christine Crossman. I've been a police officer for 20 years in North Attleboro. Now I am luckily in Wrentham PD, representing them. I've been a member of Law Enforcement Torch Run for over 11 years, and most importantly, I am the proud mother of a former Special Olympics athlete. My involvement with Special Olympics began in high school and college, but I did not truly understand what it was all about until my oldest daughter, Kaylin, was born. At 5 weeks old, Kaylin was diagnosed with severe cerebral palsy and would be in a wheelchair for the rest of her life. The doctors gave us a lot of information on what Kaylin would not do, but what we were not told was what she would be able to do. Over the years, Kaylin truly amazed us, showing us what she could do. She smiled, laughed, and vocalized in spite of what the doctors had said. She would let you know what she was thinking, even though she could not speak. The best was when she would roll her big blue eyes at her sister and brother as they would fight, as if to say, "You're the one who wanted more kids, Mom." Kaylin had a fire inside of her, even with her limited abilities. The first time we were able to see Kaylin compete in the Special Olympics Attleboro School Day Games in 2012, we got to see our disabled child be able-bodied like everyone else. The Special Olympics gave her the opportunity to kick, hit, and jump through modified activities. She was able to express herself and show us what her true potential was. Kaylin receiving her medal that day was the highlight of my life. That achievement and her expression of that day made me finally understand what Special Olympics was truly about. For me, it is a feeling I cannot put into words and something I will never forget. Kaylin passed away suddenly at 9 years of age, over 8 years ago, leaving a huge hole in our hearts. I am thankful that she helped connect my husband and I and my family with Special Olympics and the Law Enforcement Torch Run before she left us. Volunteering for them has helped us fill that hole. I think it was Kaylin's plan from the very beginning. She introduced us to a special world filled with wonderful people. She opened our eyes and our hearts, just like Special Olympics athletes do every day. The opportunities that Special Olympics provides to athletes help show their true abilities, not limiting their potential. It takes the spark in each athlete and helps it grow into a flame. LETR has helped spread that message by carrying the flame through towns, cities, states, and countries. And thanks to Tri-County Metal Fab Department, we will be able to showcase the flame every year at the Special Olympics Summer Games in the cauldron that they have built. For me, the making of the cauldron is extremely special, as my youngest daughter was able to help weld it. I know her sister would have been very proud of her, just like I and her stepfather are. My hope is that when you leave here today, you will recognize that spark in others and help turn it into a flame, spreading the message of inclusion along the way. Thank you so much for having me here.
All right, so we have Dr. McGuire come back up here for a minute. Matt, Christine, if you can come back up here and join us real quick before we get to the unveiling. We have just a small token of appreciation we want to present to you for hosting us on the first ever final leg being a stop. It is a commemorative challenge coin with Special Olympics on one side and the law enforcement torch on the other side, and a patch that represents the overall mission and impact of what law enforcement torch run does for Special Olympics in the community. So thank you, Dr. McGuire, for having us. All right, now, time to get to this cauldron you guys built. Let's like to bring up our logistics leader for this. So this is our final legs team, but we also have a lot of behind-the-scenes folks making sure this all works. Larry Crossman.
Hello, Tri-County. Thank you, guys. I'd like to ask Mike and Rick and Pam to come up. You don't have to say anything, don't worry. Just a little background. I am a proud parent of a Tri-County student, Liddy Cristal. She's going to kill me for saying her name. But, so, I reached out, actually it was Rob Bruno that I first reached out to. He turned me on to talk to Pam, and the idea, I knew Special Olympics we needed a cauldron, and I literally showed up with you guys, and I had two pieces of paper from Facebook, and I handed them to them, and I said, think we can make this? And they're like, we drew a couple little ditties, and they did it. And a big shout out to, this is what, a month and a half process to get it done. It was amazing. So big shout out to all the kids from the Metal Fab, especially Sam DeForest. He did the plasma cutting right for it. Outstanding. Great job, guys. And this means a lot because this cauldron is going to be lit all over the state for many years to come. I know it's not going anywhere. It's not going to be blown over by the wind because it's heavy. But I just want to give a little token of our appreciation for your help. And without further ado, we're going to have our one of our Special Olympic athletes, and maybe Mike, you want to come over and. Okay, we're gonna hold off for 1 second. Look at that. All right, Ken, and one of the officers. Well. Big shout out to Tri-County. Thank you very much for, you don't know how much this means to Special Olympics Massachusetts. You'll see this for many years to come.
Going.
Tri-County will be with Special Olympics for many years to come. Thank you very much.